This is a wall sculpture that I created, but it does not actually fit inside my print. By the end of this video, you're not just learning the skill you came for, but you will learn my entire workflow to build stuff. It all starts in a software called Bamboo Studio. Now, as you can see, the model is bigger than the build plate that I have. Yet, I can 3D print it and connect it together. First thing is we have to perform a cut. So, we go on the top over here, and then we click on this perform a cut or cut. And then before going anywhere, I should add a connection. Now, there are three types of connections: the plug, a snap, and the dowel. I'm going to use the dowel. The reason I'm using the dowel is because I need to print the pieces flat on the bed, which means if I use plug, one side is going to be a dowel connected and one side is going to be a hole. But when I use dowel, I'll have holes on both pieces, and then I can print the dowels alone and then use it to connect the pieces precisely together. After choosing dowel, I have to add how long and what is the diameter of the connectors. The tolerance will be between 0.1 and 0.2, depending on how tight fit you want it. The best approach I go for is 0.16. That's the average between the two. But the thing that all 3D printing hobbyists forget is to choose where the hole will be. So we assume that this automatically creates the holes, but we have to tell Bamboo Studio where it is. So we're going to click on where the holes are. And then after that, you can move to the left and the right, or you can just rotate the body. You can see the two holes in the meshes and where they will be. Then we can add the settings that we want depending on how strong we want it and how weak we want it, and then we 3D print. And now let's move to the physical part of the mesh. So with these two 3D printed, we're going to connect them together. So they basically go like this. We have to put these connectors in. So what we're going to do is I'm going to put this 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect fit. And then we have our next piece over here, which we will align together. This is how perfectly you can 3D print a big piece and connect them perfectly together. And one thing to notice over here is these lines over here, which I will be getting wood and adding a border so that I can glue the lights on it and it can reflect for the piece from the side, making it a wall sculpture. Now the lines over here are not going to go away. So what we're going to do is we're going to use paint. So I went outside in this not too good weather to paint the piece for you. I started with the black primer. But when the piece dried, it failed. It didn't close up the cracks. And as I said before, you're gonna learn a lot from this video. And the skill that I'm going to use to fix this is called plastic welding. I had this old soldering tool lying around and I used it to weld the pieces together. And the key here is to move slowly and with lots of patience, which I might lack a little bit. And to further test my patience, I had to sand the piece to remove the imperfections. And I lost my patience. I found a tool that I can use to quickly sand my piece. But little did I know, it's gonna go south from here. The sanding tool poked a hole into the print, but yet again I'm gonna teach you another skill. I got a filler to fill in the hole because the model is hollow from the inside. Yet again, using plastic welding, I got a piece of filament and melted it into the hole. This was the first time for me to use it. Let me know down in the comment section below if you know about this trick. And now obviously it's not completely perfect. So I had to go back to sanding to smooth out the surface. Making sure that the piece is clean, I sent it out for another layer of painting. After applying all of the layers, this is how it looks. And if you remember in the beginning of the video, I spoke about the lines at the back of the sculpture. And they are used to hold the wooden frame in place. And this wooden frame will have the light glued on it. So I glued the pieces together and installed the light in place. But the light will most certainly fall. So I used a normal stapler to be able to hold the light in place. And after making sure that the lights won't go anywhere, I gave it a try to see how good it will look. Now for the last layer of paint. For some reason I like the beige color on it. This color reflects the calmness of the paint when the light is lit. And hang on there, the last couple of steps are here. After the final layer is dried, I glued the frame and secured everything in place with glue. And here is the final result. Drop your wildest sculpture idea in the comment section below. I'll pick the most challenging one for the next video. And let's see how far we can push our printers. See you on the next build.